We all know water is a precious resource here in South Texas, and with the ongoing drought concerns, cities are really scrambling to secure new supplies. But tonight at 6, our investigative team reveals how one proposed solution is raising more red flags than providing answers.
Now, South Texas Water Authority wants Corpus Christi to join a groundwater desalination deal that could last for decades. But the contract details are unclear, critical studies are not done yet, and at the end of it all, the city would never even own the plant. That's
why we brought in our very own senior neighborhood news reporter, Suzanne Stevens, joining us this morning. Thank you so much for coming in, by the way. We really do appreciate it.
It's good to see you guys in person. But it's great. So we're talking about Seven Seas Water Group, and there were several issues. First being that they kind of skipped the competitive bidding process, and they're considered a sole source contractor. Second, key engineering studies and environmental studies have not been done. And third, the contract terms were so redacted that city officials actually had to sign a non-disclosure agreement to even read it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Suzanne, how does this compare to what's happened in other states?
Well, when we're talking about water privatization, right, and when you talk about that, you have to look to California because they've tried it a couple times. In the early 2000s, towns like Carlsbad and Huntington Beach actually signed deals with private companies to bring desal to the area during times of drought. But when water use went down and prices still went up, ratepayers were left paying millions. Now, Seven Seas wasn't part of that situation in California, but the idea behind it, long-term private control over a critical public resource, mirrors what's happening in Texas.
So, Suzanne, this begs the question, when will the city actually make this decision?
So the timeline is unclear right now. City officials, council members who brought this forward say it could take months now because they want more transparency from Seven Seas, and they want some of those key studies we talked about that are missing completed before they bring it forward again.
And I know you guys have been working very hard on this special, so what can viewers expect when they see it?
Well, we're going to show you the heavily redacted contract. You're going to see what we saw. Also, we have some exclusive recordings from Seven Seas representatives talking about some of their concerns, and we have city officials on record who were once for it that are now kind of leery about it. So it's really a story, like you said, about transparency, public accountability, and really who do we want controlling our tap, a public utility or a private company.
Suzanne, thank you so much for the insight. And folks, you could watch that full investigation tonight, including those recordings, all on Running Dry. It's going to be tonight on KRIS 6 News at 6.